a breakfast chat, 2 or 3 of these every week until I burn through all my data. See, I got the red bar going through there, so my connection is probably iffy. I'll move the phone around and see what happens. A little bit too sunny out there. Hopefully the connection will come back. So if you can give me a thumbs up or a 5x5, let me know that I am connected and everybody is getting this. Hopefully. I've got a bunch of thumbs up, but I don't see any chat yet. The problem of having can you hear me? And probably not. I'm thinking. Okay, I gotta shut that off. Battery's low. See what happens. Not connected. Well, I see 7 people in chat. I see 6 thumbs up. I don't look like I'm getting any chat back yet, but that may change. So hopefully I'm not talking to myself. What I'm going to do is not yet. All right, maybe that'll help. There's really no way for me to test my signal strength. So I'll just go off the premise that you can hear me, but the chats are not coming through. And then if I don't get anything in 10 minutes, I might just restart the chat and see what happens. But anyway, we're going to do biscuits and gravy from Mountain House. I picked this up at Walmart for like just a little under $8. It is good. Best by date is December 2051. So it's one of your long-term foods. Speaking of some other foods, I've got the tunas, so I'll be making a bunch of this for lunch. Not all those, but probably about 4 cans worth. So what I'm doing now is I'm starting to buy some of the more premium stuff. And hopefully that'll work. Live chat. Okay. There we go. All right. So I had the settings wrong. And I think I just figured out. So good morning, little Miss Prepper. Good morning, Miss Worm. Michael Body Beatdown, thanks for joining in. Good morning. Randy, I got partly cloudy skies today. Prepper Cowboy, good morning. Oh, yeah, I got all sorts of... Okay, so you can hear me. Fantastic. Those settings are really, really important, I guess. Looks like Quantum X is in. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Wonderful. All right, I feel better now. So I got the Mountain House biscuits and gravy because Miss Wormy did ask for biscuits, so there they are. I point out they aren't biscuits. Well, okay. I won't argue the point because it is a Mountain House food. I don't know exactly what it is in there, but there's nutrition involved. So on the tunas, so here's usually your Starkist chunk light tuna, either in oil and water. I generally get them in oil. I think they last longer. This one is good until 2024. And because I have so many of these in the storage, when I rebuy them, I tend to buy the better stuff. So why is it better? Well, it's yellowfin. It tastes better. And then when you look at the nutrition, the chunk light has 20 grams. I don't know if you'll be able to see that clear enough or not, but it has 20 grams of protein. And the yellowfin has 29 grams of protein. So 50% more protein in this can. So if this can costs me $1, and it actually cost me more, but we'll just use it $1, it's worth paying $1.50 for this. And this can actually costs probably around $1.40, and this one was under $2. So when you're looking at what you're getting in protein, you're actually, you get what you pay for. Calories, 160 calories versus 230 calories. And once again, I'm getting 50% more calories in that can. So is this actually the less expensive food? No, it's not. They're almost equal, because 2 cans of this equals 3 cans of this. So $3 versus $3. And some other items of interest before we get into the cooking. I've got my Fallout 3 bling here. I got the Vault-Tec lunchbox. I got the bobblehead. Then I got what my daughter sent me, and the wife, to let us know we were going to be grandparents. Now let me catch up on some. Yes, tuna. I eat tuna a lot. When we had the first shutdown, I had 50 cans of tuna in reserve. And the first month, I had to go and order more. But I went through it. So, I never look at the price in terms of protein. And I used to be that way too, but I do now. That's like when I was doing my live in Walmart. Although my picture quality wasn't as good as I thought it was. I watched it later. I was like, yuck. But, they had pure protein 20-gram bars. 6 bars, for $7. Low calories. They don't taste very well. What I wanted was the Mexrex, which were 32 grams per bar. Of course, it's a 4-bar, but it's the same price. But it tastes better. It has more protein. And when you look at the two, even though you get 6 bars in one and 4 bars in the other, they were actually the same price. Is drained tuna and cottage cheese mixed together? Absolutely. So I will be making the big lunch salad during the chat after I do breakfast. And when I do the chop up celery, I think I have some left, some red green peppers. And then I put a couple scoops of cottage cheese in there to mix it up. And then that's my big tub to take to work. And then I'll eat it during my first break, my lunch, and my second break. So I'll get my 3 meals in. And then because I'm on second shift, I'll actually go to the gym before work. So I'm going to make myself a nice big rich chocolate milk protein shake to chug after I have my workout. So we're going to start out, as promised, with a magic trick. All right. So, got a regular deck of cards. I'm going to cut it. You guys remember what the card is. Don't tell me. All right? Don't tell me. And then I'll try to guess it. I'm thinking it's a 5 of hearts. I didn't say it'd be a good magic trick. I just said it'd be a magic trick. So that was for the humor for today. And why humor? I'm excited to be back on my breakfast chat. It's been quite a while. Now things are getting back to normal. Have to give it a try. Yep. Cottage cheese and that is great. Also, I will do, I don't know about it. Applause. There we go. Yay. I also will do cottage cheese and peaches. Cottage cheese and peaches are really good. But if I just eat cottage cheese by itself, I'd have a lot of fresh ground pepper over it. And then let me see. Yep, it's time for a guest appearance. Hey, baby kitty. How you doing? And it's time a guest appearance on the star of our show. Thanks to Wonder Kitty. He's wondering why I keep picking her up and bringing her in here. Dun, dun, dun. Say hi, Binks. Hi, Miss Worm. Thanks for the toys. Those are claws, kiddo. Careful with the claws. Here comes the main event. Yep. Say hi. Yeah, say hi. Now, unlike most cats, Binks really doesn't get bothered about seeing things in the screen. But she doesn't like to be picked up, but she likes to be on my lap. Go figure. How's that toy holding up? It's starting to fall apart. I know. It costs like hundreds of pennies. Probably she didn't try to beat me back in the house. So, we got the Vault-Tec lunchbox. We got the Your Special book. We got the bobblehead. That was from my daughter. She knows that I like the game Fallout. Yeah, she does too. So that's how she sent it to us to let us know. And some other things of interest in that. I found this as I was cleaning out my parents' pole barn. And I made this back in June 17th, I think probably about 1972. And that's about as talented as I get. In the background, and some of you have seen this before, my daughter is far more talented. And when she made this, I told her I had to have it. This one really reaches out to me. Being in the Army, I can relate to this. There are some other prepping items in the background you may or may not have noticed. Nothing is more handy than a really good flashlight. All right. So we have these in many locations around the house, especially up in the door when I hear critters in the morning. Our tabby Kiki will follow hubby and has to be picked up. Yep. So Minx will wait till I sit in the chair. Boom, then she's right in my lap. Then she's in there for a little bit. Hey, Mama Jen, thanks for joining in. Appreciate it. Let me scroll up, make sure I didn't miss anybody. Oh, a little fast. So, yep. Successfully connected. Steve Lyons, how you doing? Thanks for coming in. I may have not mentioned you. And if I did, well, it's always worth mentioning it again. And Randy, my rainmaker. All right, so I got 7 thumbs up in chat. Appreciate it. If you have it, go ahead and hit it. We're going to get ready for the biscuits and gravy. I'm also going to make a little bit of eggs to put into it. Not many. But my buddy got some chickens laying some monster eggs to the point where he can't fit them in the carton. So he gave me 4 dozen worth. And then my neighbor dropped off another 4 dozen. So I got quite a few eggs. So let's look at calories per serving. He has 2 servings per container. It's 1 serving. So 560 calories. 20 grams of fat. 50 milligrams of cholesterol. As expected, there's a lot of salt. MREs are going to have a lot of salt. Total carbs are 73 grams. 22 grams of protein. Trace amount of vitamin D, calcium, iron, about 20% iron, that's good. 8% of potassium. So it's really easy. It says open package, tear not, remove, and discard the oxygen absorber. This is important. You don't want to cook it with the oxygen in it. All right, passion herbs and preps. Hey, welcome, Celtic Prepper. Welcome. Pretty soon we're going to cover what Breakfast Chat is about. So we are going to cover things about exercises for arthritis, and we're also going to talk about foods to avoid and foods that are helpful for that. You may already know it, but if not, I did some research for you. I'm going to add 1.5 cups of boiling water. So I always filter the water. So I'm not introducing now. If you had to, you could eat this with just cold water. Not going to taste very well, but in a pinch, you could. Now here, I have the advantage of the microwave. There's 1.5 cups. Out in the wilderness, I'd be using some sort of fire or camp stove or things like that. And probably I would fill it up a little bit more than 1.5 because we know we'd have some boil off. So I'll make sure I haven't missed anybody. I raw packed and canned yesterday. All the jars sealed. Awesome. So yeah, does it take the hardness out of the water? No, it does not. I have a water softener. So the water softener takes the hardness out. It filters your parts per million and stuff like that. It's just a zero water one. I'll be honest with you, I bought it. If I had tested it out in that, I would not buy it again. So I do not recommend this product. The filters, if you filter water and you leave the water in there overnight, the stuff it filtered out seems to seep back into it. So yeah, I could hit with a tester and have 0 parts per million of minerals or trace elements in there, but then I can come back 10 hours later and I'll have 700 parts, which is not too far off what I'm getting off the tap. The tap's around 900 to 1,000. So it's not a Berkeley. I do have a Berkeley. It's still in the box. It is there for emergencies only. But the wife thinks it's filtering well. I don't say anything different. And it is getting some of the stuff out of there. But I use it for cooking. I use it for coffee. So it is better than just taking it out of the tap. I do have a softener downstairs, which takes the hardness out of the water. And I can always tell when I forget to put salt in there because you notice it right away. So it softens the water. One of the words is it makes water wetter. All right. Other items of interest while we're waiting for it to boil. My little case double X knife. All right. This is actually the one I wore to my friend's funeral on Saturday. We had a beautiful day for it. 80 degrees, nice light breeze, sunny. We had a good time. I think I probably had 4 or 5 shots of single malt scotch in his honor throughout the day. We went out to the VFW afterwards. And then after we got home at a reasonable time, and it just was a great time with friends and family. And we gave my friend a great send-off. So, what are items of interest? Oh, talking about repurposing things. So when I was down in Arizona, we picked up some overpriced milk, and they have a $2 bottle fee on it. And they said, well, you can get it back when you bring it back. And I said, for $2, I'm going to keep this. So I use this to make Crystal Light. I like Crystal Light, so we got 2 of these. Usually have one in the refrigerator at all times. For $2, it was worth keeping. And thank you. I appreciate that. Fashion Herbs and Props. He was my best friend. I've known each other since we were, grade school. He died of a broken heart. His wife passed away 6 months to the day. We found that out. All right. So I'm going to have it for another 30 seconds. I'm going to do the tear. Hopefully I'll be able to reseal this. They never tear perfectly. I don't know why. So scissors are also another good prep. Take out the oxygen for burr. So we don't want to eat that. When we save this, I don't know, might be able to be reused. You know what? I'm going to put this in a plastic bag. And then the next time that I can beans in glass, I'll use this and then test it a week later and see if it seals. That'll be something for the future. All right. So we pour the boiling water in there. Okay, always good to do it slowly. And keep a hold of it. And it says mix. Because you want to get that water in everything. And reseal. Here's where you hope it reseals. A lot of times I tear things open and they don't reseal. All right, looks like it resealed. So you close the zipper, wait 5 minutes and stir again. So set the old timer for 5 minutes. Now you can eat it out of the bag, but I'm gonna put it in a bowl. While we're doing that, I'm gonna scramble up the eggs. Mama Jen, here we go. Wants to put you on HRT for hot flashes and night sweats. Not going that route. Haven't found the Holy Grail yet. Yeah, well, I know, and I think the medical field is too quick to throw drugs at you. I ain't saying they're wrong. I'm saying this is my opinion. But I would agree, I would rather try to find some sort of supplement. The supplement that seems to work for me is arginine. So, arginine is a amino acid that your body uses. And I take, you're only supposed to take like 2 of them now, but I take 3 or 4 of them before a workout, and I take 3 or 4 before I go to bed. And I think it helps me with a lot of things with circulation, heart health, and staying strong. Okay, it will kind of make your stools a little more solid. All right, but then you can do other things like eat a lot of fruits to counteract that. So too many bugs, yep. Well, let's make sure I'm catching black katash yet. I might look that up. I don't know what that is. So, got that timer going. Got the butter. It's a non-stick pan, but I like to use butter for flavor. And this is actually a pretty nice cookware set. I got it at Costco. Got the full set of frying pans and pots for, I think, right around $200. And to me, it was a good deal. I also have a full set of cast iron cookware too. And the wife wouldn't let me throw away the stainless cookware. Well, I guess we'll just eat that shell. That we had for 30 years. I got rid of 2 of them, but she still kept the big pot and a smaller one. So, got the eggs going, got the timer going there. Come on. All right, got it. And scramble them just makes them easier to cook. They definitely cook faster when you scramble. Got a minute and a half yet before I stir it again, and we wait some more time, so everything will be in just right. Let me see if I make sure I catch back up here. So while we are doing that, let's talk about arthritis. So I did some research, and it said foods that contribute to the inflation and arthritis are, and you're going to love this list: sweets, things that have too much sugar; dairy; fatty foods; carbohydrates; tobacco and alcohol; food additives; and gluten. So if you avoid those, which means, well, you're going to starve. No, just kidding. That will help you from having flare-ups. Now there are foods that help with arthritis, and foods that are helpful are green tea, your fishes with a lot of oils like your tuna, sardines, and salmon; berries, apples, and pomegranates; veggies; olive oil. It said canola oil too, but canola is a seed oil, and I try to stay away from those. So olive oil, ginger and turmeric, nuts, whole grains, salsa, and dark chocolate. So the foods to avoid are your sweets, dairy. All right. So it says wait 5 minutes, stir again, and reseal. Well, it's looking like something. Now, I had a few people tell me this is actually pretty good. I hope they were right. The problem with the wife and I is we cook. I mean, I will make my own biscuits. Not from scratch, because I'll use Biscuits. But if I had to, I'd find a recipe and do it. I actually had to move up a weight class because of biscuits and gravy. So here for all week, I was dieting. And right at the point where I was probably going to have to spit in a cup on all the way to Peoria to lift to make the 242-pound class. It says, let's stand for additional 4 minutes. And I came downstairs. Mom had baked biscuits and gravy. I'm like, are you kidding me? I wasn't paying attention, so I kind of made an egg patty. It's all right. Over and stuff like that, but I am going to kind of keep it a little simple. The first time I wanted to have a perfect shell for omelet, I make when I have no intention of making an omelet. So there's my egg patty. That was 2 very large eggs. So we're going to say at least 8 grams per egg there. One may have had 10. So that's 16 grams along with the 22 grams. So I'm at 38. And I'll wash it down with a glass of Fairlight milk. That'll be another 20 grams, so I'll be at 58. So I will be doing well with the amount of protein. So as always, Fairlife milk. And Miss Worm, nope, they still haven't responded to me. But I'll keep trying. Bonnie Swanson, good morning. Thank you. Appreciate stopping by. Please hit the thumbs up. And if you're not a subscriber, I please would like you to. So here, 120 calories per serving is 13 grams per 8 ounces. 25% of your vitamin D, 30% of your calcium, 8% of your potassium. If you get the chocolate milk, it has 10%, which I have. 15% of vitamin A, 20% of your riboflavin, which is one of your B vitamins. Vitamin B12 has 45%, phosphorus 20%, magnesium 6%, zinc 15%, and selenium 20%. So really nutritious. So that's for 8 ounces. That's like a 16-ounce glass. So I've gotten all the protein that I want to get for today. And let me see if I catch up on here again. Different type of cookies are not cookies. I don't know. We don't call them biscuits. I love the Fairlife brand. I get the high protein ones from my mom and dad. Yep. Good morning, Pepper Cowboy. Yes, he does. And I think Pepper Cowboy did a Van City get you to be a moderator yet? She was asking for your link in that, but I told you all you need to do is go right and hit those little 3 buttons at the end of and you can do it right from unless she's doing it from a different program, maybe not. But I mean, I can make somebody a mod from right here. So it's a good chance you have. I mean, I don't see why they would not get into that business. All right, so food to avoid: sodium, proper sweets, dairy, fatty foods, carbohydrates, tobacco and alcohol, gluten, and food additives, which really knocks out a lot of the foods you can have. Foods that help, so you still have to eat other foods. Just might want to increase your amount of green tea, tuna, sardines, and salmon, berries, apples, and pomegranates, vegetables, olive oil, ginger, turmeric, nuts, whole grain, salsa, and dark chocolate. All righty. So here comes, I'll put it in here. Understand, this is I'm going to add some pepper to it because I have pepper. And we'll let it cool down. I'm not the type of person that can eat something when it's scalding hot. Now that's what it looks like. Where's veterans? Hey, stopping in. I'll let that cool down a little bit. I got my egg pancake, which I know that's cooled down. This is usually when I take my multivitamin. Now I gotta get the sea pretty heavy too. Which reminds me, John, I go downstairs and make sure I got another one of these in storage. If not, I'll have to make sure I picked it up. I also take zinc, magnesium, iron, B complexes. There we go. See what I missed. So yeah, I picked up the Mountain House at Walmart. About once a month I grab one. And 12 pounds of roast beef going in the canner. Nice. Thoughts on the amount of tuna per week? Well, I got 11 cans of tuna here, which I will eat before the week's over, and probably more. It depends. When I'm really training hard, I will probably eat 3 to 4 cans of tuna a day for at least 5 days. So there's 15 to 20 cans of tuna. So figure 15 to 20 cans of tuna a week that I'm going to eat. I probably have over 200 in storage. And then when I eat, I replace it. So I'm always replacing what I'm eating. Hey, cousin, thanks for stopping in. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up. So I'm always trying to replace what I eat when the price is beneficial to do so. So when I do find the sales, which ain't what they used to be, the real cheap tuna, your non-branded, are still $1 a can. It used to be 50 cents. It's really becoming less of an issue, at least on our coast. We've done a lot to keep that much of mercury going in there. I guess it would depend where you're getting the product. So, and I think you missed out the thing, Preparedness Veteran, on paying for the protein. So we're saying, here's your cheaper one you should be able to get for $1. It has 20 grams of protein. Here's the more expensive yellowfin, which is usually $1.50, but it has 29 grams of protein. 160 calories versus 230. So when you look at these cans, they're actually costing the same amount of money. Now, where's the tuna coming from? You're hoping it's from our oceans, but it's a distributor, so you really have to be careful. I know the mercury in Lake Michigan got cleaned up when that zebra mussel ended up showing up. Kind of filtered it all out. Yeah. So I do eat a lot of tuna, and I'm not worried about the mercury. Okay. It should be cool enough to eat now. So here's the Mountain House. Biscuits and gravy. It's actually not bad. I would say it needs salt, but that's not true. Oh yeah, I could survive on this. I did add a little pepper in there, but it's got nice flavor, nice consistency. As good as what I make. Well, it's definitely something that you would enjoy eating. So yes, I would recommend Mountain House biscuit and gravy. Let's see what I get. The tuna, do I eat it plain? So I usually put some, depending on how I eat it. If I make a tuna salad, we'll boil some eggs. We'll put the eggs in there. I'll chop up some celery. We'll put in a little relish. I will put like maybe about a half a scoop of Miracle Whip in there to kind of bind it, because the wife doesn't like a lot of that in there. And then I used to add more afterwards, but now I haven't. Also chop in red green peppers in there. And we talked about cottage cheese also. And it's warm. It's survival food. There we go. Yeah, I do. Well, I will make protein shakes from time to time. And I'm not too particular about the protein powder, as long as it's a premium whey protein. And I look at the supplements and kind of see that it's low on sugar. It's only got a couple grams, only 4 grams of carbohydrates. But it'll have the 20 amino acids in here. Hey, James, glad you made it. So I don't particularly endorse one brand or another. To be honest with you, I haven't bought protein in a while, because usually when I go compete, somebody has given me this, which is fine. It's whey protein. I don't do vegan. Or I'm not even sure what it is. Nothing against it, but I'm an omnivore. If it moves, grows, flies, or dies, I eat it. All right. So now for the next part of the show, while I'm eating, I actually went out and bought a regular milk jug so I could demonstrate the Celtic Prepper some exercises you can do with a milk jug. And I started with the smaller one, but the 1 gallon one, really you don't want to start with. What's nice about it is first drink the milk, save the cap. So you can sit there and fill it maybe a quarter away to start with. And as you get in better shape, you can just add more water. So there are some simple exercises that I'll demonstrate, but first we'll talk about them. But there's a certain preparedness you want to do. Just so I'm keeping up with chat. So low impact exercises are actually very good for you. So you want to be low impact. You want to apply heat to the joints you're going to be using before exercising. So if you're going to do arm exercises, understand your elbows, your wrists, and your shoulders are going to be used. All right, I would start with the elbows. That would probably be the more important one than the wrist. And I'll just use a regular little heating pad. I've got a couple minutes in there to warm up the joints. And then you're going to do low impact. So you're doing the exercise slowly. So first one will be for your biceps. And literally this is how you want to do it. We don't want any fast movements. All right. If you're suffering from arthritis and inflammation, you want the movement to be slow. And you want low impacts, low weights. And as I always say, you start out slow. All right, so there's for your arm. And switch it over to the other. And I would start with in there. And I would do 2 sets of 10 the first day. Another exercise, which you could use a milk jug or may not even need to. A lot of times with shoulders, you can just bring your arms out and use your own body weight. And you can do small circles. And then do 10 small circles this direction. And then do 10 small circles this direction. All right. What that's going to do, that's going to warm up the rotators. And it's going to strengthen those little muscles that keep your rotators tight and joint. So I would start, Celtic Prepper, I would start with just your own body weight. And same thing, I'd only do 3 series of these the first time. And I would do that for a whole week. And then maybe the second week, add to 4 series. Don't add any weight. And then the third week, add a series to 5. And then when you get to 6, at that time, okay, that's good information. Thank you, Passionate Herbs. Mm-hmm. And the problem is the symptoms, those symptoms can be caused by so many different things. But when things are in doubt, go see a doctor, which I'm doing tomorrow, getting all my blood work done. So that's for your shoulders. Next one for the triceps is you can actually grab the handle this way. And same thing, slow, slow, slow. And I do 3 sets of 10 each arm, and that's all I would do for the first week. So bicep, tricep, shoulders. It does body weight exercises like pull-ups, push-ups, sit-ups, planks, knee bends. All those are important. And then here I'm. All right, let me see what we got here. Yep, shoulder hanging. So other exercises that will be good for you, pelvic prepper, is going to be walking, swimming, working on an elliptical machine, biking, stationary bike. But still remember, low impact. Right. So there are, depending on what your goals are, and I would say with pelvic prepper, your goals are to relieve the inflammation in your joints, strengthen the muscles, tone the muscles. But remember, slow, steady, low impact. Remember about the diet. So avoid the sweets, dairy, fatty fluids, carbohydrates, alcohol, gluten, or food additives, whatever you can. Kind of impossible to avoid it all. If you're not drinking green tea, I would. I would try to use ginger and turmeric in a lot of your foods. Olive oil, veggies, berries, apples, pomegranes, tuna, sardines, salmon, nuts, whole grains, salsa, and dark chocolate. I am pleasantly pleased with the flavor. Correct. Worst thing you can do, understand, exercise strengthens not just your muscles and joints, but it strengthens your bones. If I fall down, unless it's from a long way, I probably will not break anything. But somebody my age that does not exercise falls down, there is a chance that something's going to break. I would do them. I would take about a minute and a half break and do the next set. Good question, Miss Worm. The whole idea is you want to repeat that exercise while you've got the blood flow and the nutrients already pumping in the body. Good morning, Black Clack. Really, thanks for coming in. Good to see you. From this proper. So, do your set. Take maybe about a 90-second break. Do the next set, 90-second break, finish it. Take about a 3-minute break, go to your next exercise. 90 seconds, next rep. 90 seconds, next rep. 3-minute break, go to the third exercise. The same thing, 90-second break. It doesn't have to be exactly 90 seconds. It can be 120 or whatever. Just kind of give you some sort of idea. And then when you're done, we want to eat some protein. Okay, in the Celtic prepper, probably not milk. So they say avoid it. But if you have some whey proteins, if you have some vegetable proteins, fish, a can of tuna would be awesome. All right. So, if you haven't hit the thumbs up, please do. Got 16. It's pretty good for me on a live stream. Thanks for coming in. If you came in late, you'll have to watch the earlier part to see the awesome magic trick. Yep. The book my daughter got me to let me know that she's going to make me a grandpa. I'm pretty happy about. Very happy about. We'll have a child to teach and show the right way to do things and spoil rotten. Oh my goodness. Let me put some of this stuff away. Another thing we did, kind of funny, is we went through our utility drawer. And here's all the stuff we didn't need that we had 2, 3, 4 of. So are we going to throw it away? No. We're going to put it down in the basement for storage in case one of my utilities do break. I have one to replace it. Miracle Whip, not mayo. Hot sauce, nah. Maybe salsa. I'm not a fan of hot sauce. I like to taste my food. You have to remember why hot spices were utilized. Hot spices were utilized not so much to enhance the flavor of the food, but to cover the flavor of the food. When did I get into heavy lifting? Good question. So, when I was younger, I probably did medium weights, lots of reps. Especially in the military. You wanted to be lean, you wanted to be fast, you wanted to have high endurance. So in the military, the heaviest I was in the military was about 185. Yep, the cover up half spoiled food. Exactly, Randy. So I did that all the way until my 30s. My 30s, I used to do lots of reps. I was pretty big. Whoever can sit there and convert that one video from VHS to DVD. I mean, you can't, I just haven't. I was probably about 205, maybe 6% body fat, and I was ripped. I took a couple years off. Shouldn't have, but I did. And then when I came back, I set some goals. I said, I want to bench 315. Always thought 3 plates on each side looked pretty impressive. And the reason I kept away from it is because I'm 6'4". I have really long arms. So I kind of convinced myself for a while I wouldn't be able to do it. Then I realized that was a really bad thing for me to do that. So, November of 2000, I started the weights up again. By May of 2001, I was back to 285. That was where I was at before I took the break. And by that next November, I hit 315 for the first time. And I was ecstatic. At the time, I worked out down in my basement. My mom told me about this Cardinal Fitness at all these locations, and it was only $20 a month, yada, 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 yada. Hey, thank you. Appreciate it. I could do that. I think I have one somewhere deep in there where I kind of was showing the. I might do that on Facebook though, but I can go that. I haven't had many injuries, but I've had a few, and definitely I can do that. So what I'll do is write that down so I remember, and I'll do that on my next live. Injuries I've had, how I dealt with. So that'll be the one for my next live stream. I'll also look up and see what that word's supposed to mean. So yeah, it won't be tomorrow because tomorrow I'm going in to get my blood work done at 9:30. Gonna feed the vampires. But probably Wednesday. To the Mountain House, biscuits and gravy. Get MacBean's Cottage Fitness seal of approval. Yes, it's high in salt, but this is really supposed to be emergency food. The food is best buy date was 2051. So it's something that you can put in a tub, throw it down in the basement, and forget about it. But every now and then, about once every 6 months, I'll grab one of the meals, a different one each time. And see, do I want to buy more of it? So the next time I'm in Walmart, or wherever they sell them, I will buy 2 of them. One to replace I just ate. No chat tomorrow, Randy. I'm getting my blood work done for my physical. But Wednesday. And then Wednesday, what we're going to cover is the injuries I have sustained over the last 45 years and how I dealt with them. One of the people in chat gave me that idea, and I said, "Hey, that's I love that. I love when you participate and say, hey, I would like to see this." And I'll go for it now. Do the research and present it. So, Celtic Pepper, I hope this answered all your questions. And feel free to email me anytime you have more questions than that. Now, on my memberships, whether it's the 3, 6, or 9, or whatever it is, I mean, definitely part of that is you can email me for fitness questions, and in the higher levels, we can actually do a one-on-one video chat through Messenger or Zoom or whatever will work. Usually it's an hour session whenever you need it to talk about your fitness goals. Now, Celtic Prepper, I'm not telling you you have to become a member. You email me. I will be more than happy to give you any advice, regardless. So I'm here to help people. I'm here not to not help people. The breakfast along with the 2 big eggs I made definitely hit the spot. I'll have to drink this up before it goes bad. One of the other reasons I like to buy the Fairlife is that best buy date on that milk is May 3rd. And the best buy date on my Fairlife is like July. So July, I will definitely have had that milk drink. So I never have to worry about the Fairlife going. And so probably helped a lot. Great. I'm glad it did. I enjoyed doing the research for you. And enjoyed everybody coming in and jumping in the chat. Trying to think if there's anything else I'm missing. Oh yeah, I'm gonna save the oxygen absorber, and I'm gonna use it the next time I can some beans. So next time in the store, buy some more beans. I'll can them, throw the oxygen absorber in there, seal it, and then a week later, we'll see if it's sealed. If it did, it's great. You know. Can you spot Bigfoot? And someone's trying to mess with me. Hours of entertainment. Well, I'm gonna say I did. That's kind of cute. By beating down, he's moving out. Have a good day. Thanks for joining in. Breakfast is done. Next thing we'll make is my tuna. And basically what it's going to be 3 cans of the lesser to the 1 can of the better. Just because I have far more of this. And then I will add celery, green pepper, red pepper, and a little bit of Miracle Whip. And I'll put it in the tub. Ta-da! And that'll be my nutrition for while I'm at work. I'm also going to make the protein shake in my shaker from Apex Nutrition out in Sherwood, Illinois. If you're out that way, stop by and take care of your needs. And then remember, see if I can find a clean one. Where's my one moving to? There we go. Not that we used it today, but my other sponsor, Cutco Knives. High quality blades, well worth the money. So the link is in the description. At Lucky O'Days at Cutco Knives. See, my buddy mentioned that you've seen it here. And they will ship it to you. Yep, onions and the tuna. The wife likes to put them in there. I don't really mind one way or another. To me, it's a give and take. I can take them, I cannot. Doesn't matter. But the wife likes to make that, so when she makes it, yeah, there's onions in there. All right, how long have I been yakking? Right there at the hour point. Add black pepper. Yeah, that's nice. And I bought them in the dry packets too. Just ate them right out of the packet. But they are more cost effective buying them in the can. And like I said, even though the best buy dates are both in 2024, which these will be history well before then, they're actually, when you're looking at the nutrition value, these two cost the same. You're going to pay more for this, but you're going to get more value from it. You're going to get 50% more protein. You're going to get 50% more calories. Let me see if there's any other changes. Maybe there's more other nutritional values there that we're missing. So, half the fat in yellow tuna. So 2.5 versus 5 grams. A little bit less cholesterol. Sodium's the same. All right, protein definitely more. Vitamin D, where is it? Equal, both at 10%. Iron, 6%, 8%. The cheap one's got a little more iron. Potassium has more potassium. Niacin. This has 90% what you need. This only has 80%. B6, 15% versus 10%. B12, it actually has more B12. And then selenium, this has more. So overall, it has more nutrition and more value there too. So that's good information. I can't bear fish that tastes like fish. Complicated, it's just math. It's just math. Arc Wildman Survival, thanks for stopping in. Appreciate it. So if you haven't hit the thumbs up, please do. We're at 19. Love to get 20. I'd like to thank everybody for stopping in and spending an hour of their day, or how long you spent with me today. So no live stream tomorrow because I am getting my blood work done. And then the Thursday after that, I think I sit down with the doctor. Yes, I used to, good thing, Randy. I used to give Binks tuna, and I don't anymore. She actually, the cheaper the cat food, the better she likes it. So I get the 10-pound bags of meow mix, and she's just good to go. And if she needs to supplement any of it, she just goes out and gets a mouse or two. But she's still doing. And she's still having fun with that toy mouse that I bought with the donation from Miss Worm. And I think we're on my last treat from that same thing. But she's been a happy cat. I have cut down her calorie consumption, which she's not too happy about, but she was getting too heavy. I lost weight. She lost weight. Fish and chips. Go for a puka pie and chips instead. I like fish and chips. I like fish. I like cod, salmon, catfish, bluegill, bass, tuna, obviously. They're all good stuff. So, when we get ready to make that, really no need to watch that. Once again, I do thank everybody. I'm at 19 thumbs up. If I can get to 20, if somebody has forgot to do that, I appreciate it. As Prepper Nurse 1 says, it helps the algorithm. I don't know if it does, but it sounds good. And then I've got 3 oak trees to plant. I got 3 more from work. I'm just going to do the easy way. Just spade, push it, put the tree in there, stamp it back. Planted 500 pine trees that way. And then maybe a little bit of mowing when I don't have any rain. And then that's what, 10:30. And I probably plan to be at the gym by, I would say 1 o'clock, work out to about 2:15, 2:30, and then go to work. And the gym is just a couple minutes away. That works out. Have a great day. Thank you, Black Cat. Healthy Parker, thank you. Mark Wildman Survival. Randy, Miss Worm, Steve, Prepper Cowboy. Feel free to share this on your pages. And like, subscribe, membership, all that good stuff. And everybody have a wonderful day. Mama Jim, thank you. And Jamie. Everybody have a wonderful day. And I will see you. Actually, I'll be able to catch the live chat. I was able to catch it. I was able to catch the premiere on Prepper Nation for the first time in a long time. But I might start missing out on some of the later ones. But hey, it is what it is. Good look at the quacks. Well, hopefully the quacks will figure out why I'm getting dizzy. You know, so we'll do the blood work and I'll tell them what's going on, and we'll go from there. All right. Let me hit the end stream. There we go.